Hi there, boys and girls. Today I'm going to show you how to draw a basic shark. All you'll need for this tutorial is just a piece of plain white paper. It can be copier paper, any paper that you have, and a pencil with an eraser. We'll be using shapes and guidelines, so we'll need to erase some of these. First step is to hold your paper horizontally, that's from side to side, and then take the two bottom corners, fold them up to the two top corners, and press. Then open it up, and you will have a crease or a fold, and that will be our first guideline. If you look at the shark that's already drawn, you're going to see that he's narrow and he's long, okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to take your fingers and figure about how long your shark will be, leaving room for the tail. And I'd like you to put a dot on the line where his head will be, and then move your finger over and put a dot where the end of his body will be, before his tail, okay? So when I say before his tail, it's like from here to here. Then, above the crease or the fold, I'm going to have you draw an arch or a rainbow shape from the top of one dot to the other. And I don't mean a big U. Take your pencil and just go from side to side and stop. Then, from the bottom or underneath that crease, you're going to start near the circle and do an arch or a smile, not a big U, and just do the same thing. Okay? And it gives you what's called an ellipse or a squishy oval. Okay, near the back or near that line, you're going to be drawing a diagonal line, which will be the tail. And I'm going to put this smaller one up here so you can see it as reference. So you're going to be drawing that diagonal line, coming out and stopping. That's going to be the top of the tail. Then do the same thing on the bottom, near the end, a diagonal line, and stop. Where you ended at the top, put your pencil and you're going to do a slight curve and touch that fold. When I say touch that fold, whoops, that's where your line is going to stop. You're going to go to the end of that second line, again a slight curve, and touch that fold, and those two lines will meet to form the tail. And you can go ahead and erase that dot and any lines that come in. Okay? Now for the other end, we have it kind of pointy there. The shark has a rounded snout or nose. So we're just going to come in. You can even erase that line, if the dot if it's in the way, and just curve. Okay? And if you've drawn lightly, it should be easy to erase some of these guidelines. All right, next, above the crease or the fold, come up and a ways back from the end of the nose, just draw above that line a circle for the eye, and you can put a little dot in there, and that will be the eye. Again, underneath that fold, but a little behind the eye, I'm going to put my pencil, and I'm going to do a diagonal line out. I'm going to put my pencil there, and another diagonal slightly curved in to give him kind of a mean looking expression. I'm going to erase that line. And boys and girls, if I go too fast, just rewind the video and catch up. On that top line, I'm going to do some zigzags back and forth for this sharp, scary teeth. And the same thing on the bottom, zigzags. All right, so he's starting to look pretty ferocious. All right, behind, when I say behind, that means over here. I'm going to put about 4 lines, which will be the gills. All right, so what we're missing now is the top fin. So just put your pencil behind those gills, and right about there, put your pencil on the top line. Again, another diagonal line, diagonal to the side. Come up and stop. Put your pencil down and kind of curve in for that top fin. And as long as we're on the top, we can move a little bit over and do the same thing but smaller. For a smaller fin at the top, move your pencil down and do a smaller fin on the bottom, and then another couple of fins. And finally, we have these 2 fins on the bottom, not quite as wide as the top fin. So again, down below, you can come up a little on the bottom, a diagonal, come up and a little bit over, and erase that line of his body that goes through the fin. And to make him look 3D, let's show the fin from the other side, next to it but smaller. Out and back. And erase that line. And there you have it. You have your shark. You can now color him any way you want, him or her. For this one, I used colored pencils. You can use markers. You can use crayons. I suggest you even look up shark images and see the different colors they come in. And I'd love to see them when you're finished.